And we'll go from there.
Yeah, never a dull moment, that's for sure. Especially playing OU, they're so tough. The biggest thing, I talked to the ladies about, playing for the game and making the game, a great thing to watch. And I think that was a great game to watch. It was very exciting. A lot of really good plays, a lot of pressure moments, some good pitching, definitely in there as well. And just proud to be part of that game. And it's one you can look at. Obviously, there's some things that we need to work on as far as leaving bases early. That's become a big part of this game right now. I'm not sure if it's a rule change that we probably need to look at going forward. I think it's taken away from some of the big plays that can be made in the game, and it's becoming bigger than it needs to be. But having said that, credit to both teams again. The Sooners just never know when to say die. In fact, they never die. They just, we had to have a great play in the outfield there, a nice relay and a really tough slide at home plate. And that's one of the rule changes that was made, was to enable a catcher to be able to move and get the ball and make a softball play. So fortunately it came out on our way, and that's the way they saw it. But what a way to finish the game. Thank you.
Awesome. We have a question mark as well, same as last night, name, affiliation, and we'll go from there. So, everyone's first question.
Right, Jeff, and also Charlie, just what was working so well for you is another great performance, obviously, against that lineup.
Definitely mixing speeds and trying to keep them a little bit off balance, and also having full confidence in myself and our team. We made some pretty huge plays there throughout the game, and especially there at the very end. Jump through. So definitely just trusting in my defense and myself.
Next.
Lisa Melo with the Daily Texan. For any of the players, what was going on through y'all's minds when you were waiting for that final review and that performance win to show up on screen again?
I know for me, for sure, just being able to make that play and know that's a huge out to finish a huge game against the number one team. In that small circle of us being on the field, it's either this is it or, hey, we got to log back in and get this last out so we can continue the game and have the same energy that we had this whole entire game.
Yeah, and just kind of feeding off of that, I was just talking to Reese, knowing, I was fully confident that we got the out. And even if it didn't go our way, just like Kaden said, locking in for the next inning and getting that last and final out and going back at it eighth.
Yeah, we were feeling pretty confident that it would go our way, but even if it didn't, just being ready for the next play and just staying on top of our game, even if the call didn't go our way.
Sort of along those lines for each of the players, what was your perspective on the play as it was happening?
For me, I don't know. It was kind of a lot was going on. I mean, I thought Kaden was going to get the ball at the end, and then I don't know. It just felt really, really fast, and just seeing it from the home plate perspective, I was just oh my gosh! It's Kinsey was coming in hot, Reese was there ready, and she was a wall. So just seeing how quick it was, I don't know.
Yeah, no, seeing that relay come in, I saw the runner out of the corner of my eye, and I figured we had enough time, so it's just a matter of the stars aligning, of the throw being on time, Reese being in position, and just, us getting the out and sticking it.
I mean, it's a game of inches of the ball going over my glove and being that close. But at the end of the day, for me, it was just to not give up and get it in as soon as possible so we can have a good play to make at home and try to end the game right then and there.
Did you feel pretty good when you threw the ball in?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Once it released my hand, I knew it was right where it needed to be. And from there, I knew we could get the out.
Mike, yesterday you talked about being more aggressive. Easier said than done. What was that process like to make sure that message kind of rang through so it was pretty successful for you guys?
Well, we talked about it. We looked at one of the OU players and showed how aggressive they were, and we need to be like that if we want to win this game. And fortunately, we were able to do that. I thought we came out and we were more aggressive throughout the game, not waiting until the seventh innings, of course. And May is a tough pitcher. She's got a lot of different weapons at her disposal, throws different speeds. But we did a pretty good job, I thought, of getting her out of the game and then able to capitalize in the end.
What player did you look at?
Jada Cole. She's a pretty good one.
Hi, Tara Henry, Softball America. Coach White, I want to talk a little bit about your defense today because there was a lot of hard hit balls, and I think Caden out there ran a mile over there in the outfield, and then Mia Scott at third. How important was your defense today to back up Set Volley?
Well, we know they're not going to strike out. They're going to put balls in play, and if you do happen to get one, it's pretty rare. So we have to be ready to play defense. We know that they're going to hit the ball hard, and we were really good today. Made some great plays. We were working hard, actually the second half of the year, a lot on those types of plays. So I think the ladies can see that hard work pays off, and especially in a big game like today.
And Katie, ball off the wall, and it gets recalled. What's that rule been like as a player in terms of that leaving early rule and the rule change that we talked about? What has that been like to experience like that, and how do you reset after that?
It's been a little bit of adjustment, just getting so hyped for that situation and just for it to be taken away. But it's kind of just like a reset, not so much as like, not liking the rule, kind of just like being ready in your own mind to like get reset and get back to it, and just trusting the process of, I'm gonna do damage by the second time.
And last one, what was the message to the team after the victory?
Win the series. I mean, that's the tough thing to do. I don't know when the last time we've ever done that. Someone can probably look that up. Maybe when Kat was playing. But we've got to come out with the same energy tomorrow and give it our best shot and continue to play hard. I mean, they're a tough team. They're going to bounce back. We know they're going to give us their best shot tomorrow. We just got to be ready for it and have another great game of softball that's going to be a setter for the rest of the country. To show up the showcase of softball.
Mike, you mentioned you'd like to see that rule looked at. What would you like to see done with it as the look at adjustments?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I was on the rules committee when we did introduce that rule, so I guess I can't blame myself. But the purpose of the rule was to stop people leaving early on steals, and now it's become more intertwined with base hits, home runs, doubles. And it's very close because from what I understand, it's so close, this like millimeters, or centimeters within leaving and not, and it's so close. You can't see it by eye. That's why it's not being called by the umpires. But when you have this TV cameras, they can slow it right down. So it's very, very hard, and it's really something we should probably look at. I think for sure.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Yep.
Anything else? Justin? All right. Sweet. Appreciate you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.